Time now is 5:45, so let's check in on the national stories making headlines. For that, Russ Mitchell joins us from the big desk for what's happening now in America. Hey there, Russ.
Betsy, good evening. Good evening to you at home as well. We learned in the past few minutes that the U.S. has begun launching new strikes against Iran. Excuse me, I'm reading this from my phone. The bulletin just came in. This from the U.S. Central Command. The U.S. has begun striking Iran in retaliation for a series of attacks on commercial ships near the Strait of Hormuz. Again, this just coming in more at 6 o'clock and on nightly news at 6:30. This is all happening while President Trump is in Turkey today at the NATO summit. The war in Ukraine is front and center on many fronts, with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky pushing for more Patriot missile systems as Russia continues to launch attacks. But President Trump is also making news about a possible sale of F-35 fighter jets to Turkey.
It's a decision we're going to make. We have a very good relationship.
Israel, by the way, is against that sale. Also during the summit, President Trump renewed his push to take control of Greenland, despite opposition from Denmark. The pressure is mounting on Democratic Senate candidate Graham Platner to drop out of the Maine Senate race. More than half of Senate Democrats are now calling him to step aside after a woman he once dated accused him of sexual assault. Platner denies that allegation, but 31 Democratic senators have publicly called for him to exit the race. A Midtown Manhattan high-rise is now considered structurally unsafe after officials say its support beams began buckling. Firefighters rushed in this morning and found bricks falling from the building on East 42nd Street, that's near 2nd Avenue. The high-rise, which is being converted into apartments, has been evacuated, and the city closed off several blocks as crews look for any signs of a collapse.
There is extensive work happening right now between the engineers, DOB staff, FDNY to evaluate the situation. Once we have a secure plan, we'll be able to bring the equipment that we have now on site after asking the contractor to bring that forward so that we're ready to go once we have a plan.
No one has been hurt. Officials say crews will remain on the scene as they continue to monitor that building. Here's that story that Betsy was telling about a moment ago. Cases of a parasitic infection are rising in Michigan and here in Ohio. As of July 2nd, Ohio reported 177 cases of cycloporiasis across 43 counties, including 19 in Northeast Ohio. That illness is often linked to contaminated fresh produce and can cause severe diarrhea and cramping. Health experts recommend thoroughly washing fruits and vegetables and see a doctor if symptoms last more than a couple days. That will certainly ruin your day, no doubt.